Welcome to MV Coding Camp. Build coding foundation by learning basic coding fundamentals using real code and hands-on exercises. Don't worry, what we'll cover applies to any programming language. Let's get started.
In this episode, we'll talk about an important skill that most coding programs forget to teach: typing on a keyboard and using a mouse. Let's look at some tips. If you're able to, use both hands to type. If you are new, start with the index finger on each hand. Then use 2 fingers on each hand. Use the finger that's closest to the letter that you want to type. Use the side of your thumbs to hit the spacebar. Your goal is to be able to type with all your fingers without looking at a keyboard. It'll take practice. Here's an interesting exercise for you. Take a look at the computer keyboards you can find in the house and take a look at the F key and the J key. How and why are they different than the other keys? If you know the answer, put it in the comments below. The mouse. A typical computer mouse will have 2 buttons you can click, a left click and a right click. If you're right-handed, you would place your index finger of your right hand on the left click and the middle finger on the right click. The mouse on the Mac only has 1 click, which works as a left click. You can still right-click by holding down the Control key when you click the mouse. Touch inputs. The trackpads are usually found in laptops. And many laptops and desktop monitors these days are touch-enabled. For most coding activities, you'll find that using a mouse is more effective than using these touch inputs. Arrow keys. In addition to using the mouse, you can use the arrow keys to move up, down, left, right inside your code. Modifier keys. Modifier keys are special keys in your keyboard that you can use to help you perform actions faster. In Windows, the common modifier keys are Shift, Control, and Alternate. Shift is the most common one among all 3, and in fact, you will frequently find 2 Shift keys on the keyboard. In Macs, the common modifier keys are Control, Option, Command, and Shift. These modifier keys are typically pressed down when you hit another key. Let's take a look at some common typing actions that you should get used to. Text selection. If you're using the mouse to select a word or multiple lines of code, click at the beginning of where you want to select. Hold down the left click and drag it to where you want to stop selecting. If you're using the keyboard, go to where you want to start selecting and left click 1 time. Then hold down Shift and use the arrow keys to highlight the text that you want to select. Copy and paste. Copying and pasting is one of the most useful things you'll find in coding. After selecting what you want, the quickest way to copy and paste some text in Windows is to use Ctrl-C to copy and Ctrl-V to paste. In Macs, use Command-C to copy and Command-V to paste. Cut and paste. While copying makes a copy of what you want, cutting actually removes it from its original location and allows you to paste it somewhere else. Windows and Mac do this differently. For Windows, use Ctrl-X to cut and Ctrl-V to paste. For Macs, use Command-C to copy and then use Option Command-V to remove the text from its original location and paste it in a new location. Undo action. Making typing mistakes is very common in coding, so learning how to correct your error quickly is important. In Windows, use Ctrl-Z to undo your last action. In Macs, use Command-Z. Pairing one or more modifier key with a letter key is also called a keyboard shortcut. There are a lot of more useful keyboard shortcuts, but you don't have to learn them all. I'll let a friend of mine give his advice in the form of a haiku.
Precious time one has. There is so much code to write. Learn what you will need.
Thanks, Em.
See you in the next episode.